Oh, hi. What's going on? Question from the chat right off the front. Eric asks, what would be the nicknames for fans of the Sid Seixeiro Show? Citizens? Let me think about it. Yeah, I like it.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
Jeff Skinner to the Leafs? That's not happening. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I'm getting distracted. Welcome to the show. I'm Sid. It's Tuesday, February 17th. What's up? This is our, math is not my strong suit. I believe this is our 7th show here with Sick Media. And we're watching live on YouTube and X right now, and we appreciate all of you. To those of you listening to the audio pod, thank you. Hit like and subscribe on YouTube if you're there. That supports the show. We love when you support the show. Thank you. This is our 7th show. And I figured at some point there'd be a day we come in here where it's kind of light content-wise. Again, there is no NBA right now. There is no National Hockey League. There's obviously best on best in the Olympics, but there's no National Hockey League. There's no National Football League except for some Tyreek Hill news. The Buffalo Bills should not sign Tyreek Hill. Stop it. Don't even start with that. But it's quiet. And at some point, I've been thinking to myself, There's going to be it's going to be a quiet day. It hasn't happened. It hasn't come close to happening. And that's what's kind of fun right now is there are things flying in the ether constantly. And I love it. Like the weather. One thing before we dive into all the stuff. I got a notification on my phone yesterday. If you're in the Toronto area, if you're in the Southern Ontario area, we're going to get 15 centimeters of snow tomorrow. There are people panicking. And it's a weird moment. Because on my dash driving in, it said it was +7. I'm like, this is glorious. We haven't had a day like this in Southern Ontario in forever. But now people are freaking out. I'm not going to say who. Jeff has a party. That we're going to get 15 centimeters of snow tomorrow. I'll punch 15 centimeters in the face. I don't care about 15 centimeters of snow. Do you know what we've dealt with in Southern Ontario? We've got more snow than like Northern Ontario this winter. And on top of that, the weather tomorrow is going to be like 1, 0, -1. You don't know what's going to happen. You have no idea. Could be a lot of rain. Don't know. If you're freaking out over 15 centimeters of snow in the Toronto area, get a grip. All right? Just relax. We got a lot going on in the chat here. Sorry, Az, there's something you want me to say? Brad on YouTube writes in and says 50 centimeters here in Newfoundland tomorrow. Grow up, jackass. See, that's where I have to be very careful talking about the weather in Canada. Someone in the lovely area of the Maritimes will just pile drive me through the mat with normal stuff. Tell me you got storm chips. Tell me you got your storm chips and you're fine. Brian Leach in Medicine Hat. We're going from +3 to -17 in 3 hours soon. All right. Make sure you have your toque. There's a lot going on. I'm watching, like probably a lot of you, Czechia and Denmark in the playoff round of the men's tournament. Second period, 2 minutes to go. Winner of this game gets Canada tomorrow at 10:40. Breakaway Denmark! Oh.
No play-by-play.
What a stop. Dostal. I'm assuming that's Dostal. What a stop. Switzerland or Denmark are in this game. Denmark are in this game. So Canada gets the winner of this, and Canada plays tomorrow at 10:40. Just so everyone's kind of on the same page, because I could say this tomorrow, but I have a feeling we might be distracted with the Canada game as a group, because we're going to be on at the same time. Canada play tomorrow at 10:40. Our women's hockey team plays for gold Thursday at 1:10 Eastern against the United States. Programming note. The first ever programming note in the Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media history. Azo and I just had a brief conversation. And I know we've normally gone like 90 minutes to an hour and 45 minutes on the pods. It seems to be working for us. It seems to be working for you guys, and we appreciate you. Thursday, so everyone can kind of clear the scad, because we're sports fans like you. You don't like that I'm doing this? Get on the mic.
You know some breaking news is going to drop now, tonight or tomorrow, because you're saying that.
So you think I'm locking us in?
Yes, you're mushing us
unnecessarily.
Yep.
That's not to say we can't come back after.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't have some double shift
I'm
somewhere.
leaving as soon as the show's done.
I know you're God. I can grab one of our neighbors here at our lovely office building to help out. So what I'm trying to tell you is we're going to be done the show Thursday by 1:10 p.m. Eastern, so we can all take in whatever that's going to be between Canada and the United States in women's hockey. I'll get to that in a second. A lot of you want to talk about that. So anyway, that's the programming note. Tomorrow you might get distracted. I'm going to say it now. Thursday's show is going to be a little shorter, so we can all kind of clear the deck for Canada, USA women's hockey. Gold medal, baby. Woo! You never know what's going to happen in that game. Ever. So that's the situation there. Also, we got another gold. So much for Canada can't win gold at the Olympics. Women's team pursuit. A lot of people are saying that. I love off mic Azo because the audience can kind of hear you, but not really. No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this. Canada won gold in team pursuit. That's 3 golds. Megan Oldham won a gold in big air, which is one of the crazier events of the Olympics. That's really impressive to do. So that's 3 golds. And like, just to tie a bow on this topic, a lot's been made of Canada's performance at these games. Courtney Sareau hasn't won a gold in short track, but don't tell me she had a bad games. 3 medals for that young athlete. She will win gold. Easy for me to say eventually. So let's not throw all the kind of Olympic babies with the bathwater out here. There have been some great performances in Milano and Cortina and Livorno and the 9 other places they're having events. So there is some positivity here. Keep that in mind. And Rachel Holman, huge curling win today over Sweden. Suck on that, Sweden. Boom. Triple takeout, I think, late. Haven't watched a ton of curling lately, but I am now. Big moment for Rachel Holman. They got to win their last 3 matches, it sounds like. They won the first today. Let's go. Let's go. No hog line violations today. We're going to begin, though, with the men's hockey team, who were off yesterday. A rare day off. And they were back at it today. No close practice. Full media allowed in, so no complaining by the media. And it was all about who wasn't there. And who wasn't there was Nathan MacKinnon. Nathan MacKinnon, who got hit in the head by Pierre Crinon of France, and I'll tell you a story about him later, during Sunday's game. Nathan MacKinnon out of practice today. Maintenance day is what head coach John Cooper called it. And it's a situation where, like, I get it, considering how much he was favoring his left leg at the end of the game. I get it. But I can't help but feel a little nervous about this. The quarterfinals are tomorrow. If you're missing practices right now, like Sam Bennett also missed the practice due to maintenance day. But if you're missing a practice at this stage of the game, you can sugarcoat this all you want, man. That's not great. I'm assuming he's going to play tomorrow. I'm assuming Nathan MacKinnon's out there. Because knowing Nathan MacKinnon and most of these Canadian players, something seriously has to go wrong for you to miss a quarterfinal. But the fact that you need it today, the fact that Nathan MacKinnon hasn't really had the best tournament, despite the fact that I think he has the same points as Austin Matthews. Same tournament, but McKinnon's like way more disappointed about his. The extra reps would help. If you're not getting those reps, probably not the best. Chet on YouTube says, these guys are mega all-stars. They don't need practice. I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm glad Azo brought that comment up. Because, right, they're all-stars, Hall of Famers. They're not just all-stars. They are Hall of Famers. But they don't play with each other ever. We have to remember that. This is not a situation where you have a consistent line mate forever. Like, I don't care how good you are. You need to know the tendencies of your line mates. And it seems like the Crosby, Stone, Marner line definitely has a familiarity at this point. John Cooper said today, that's the one line he's not really going to break up at all. Aside from that, I think the more reps you get in practice, the better. Just for feel. I completely disagree with the notion some of Canada's men's hockey players don't need practice and they can go out there with their eyes closed and it is what it is. Because that's not accurate. For the coaching staff, these practices are everything, man. Everything. They've been on a whiteboard marking these lines out for a year since the Four Nations. You don't think they're dying to get on the ice to work things out proper? Of course they are. Of course they are. And listen, will Bo Horvat go in there as a center if MacKinnon can't go tomorrow? Yeah. Will he play well? I think he will, based on what we've seen. Horvat's been outstanding. But don't tell me practices don't matter in a tournament this short when the stakes are this high. Don't tell me that. Because I don't buy it. One last thing. I want to get this quote from Tom Wilson. As we know, Tom Wilson got into a little brouhaha towards the back end of the hockey game with your boy, Pierre Crignon of France. And we all thought he was going to get suspended. Most people assumed he wouldn't get suspended, but you just never know. Tom Wilson was asked about this today. They had full media today. I got to give Team Canada credit. They had full media today. And Tom Wilson, who got into a bit of a fight, spoke about sticking up for Nathan MacKinnon. This is what Tom Wilson said. Quote, "Stick up for my teammates and our country. It's hockey. It's the greatest sport for a reason. Tensions are high. There's a lot of emotion, and whatever happens out there happens." I mean, sure. In the NHL, sure. Like, there are no repercussions for that in the National Hockey League, basically. Zero. The league will do anything except act. They'll look the other way left and right. You're not in the NHL. There's a general tone to the comment I don't agree with because you're not in the NHL. These are not familiar surroundings to you. And at the end of that little brouhaha, let's remember, we thought it was done. Wilson tried to get in there for seconds. He did the run away from the linesman thing, right? Like, it wasn't just it happened and I walked away. No, there was a moment there where you didn't know how it was going to play out. And Tom Wilson's a pretty good hockey player. That's why we all care. If he wasn't good, no one would care. Tom Wilson can do a lot of things for you. And I realize why he probably did it. It just dawned on me what Tom Wilson was thinking. What was the one thing we were all saying at the start of the Four Nations when those fights broke out last year? What was the one thing that crossed everyone's mind and lips? Should have brought Tom Wilson. Azzo, do it.
Where's Tom Wilson?
From the Peanut Gallery. I also like Azzo from the Peanut Gallery yelling as a fan to interject into my thought. This is all working for me today. You know what, Azzo? I think you have the job. I think you have the job. And I think Tom Wilson heard all of that because how could you not? So Tom Wilson in that moment goes, "This is my Four Nations moment. This is what I have to do because I wasn't there to do it last year." That was a part of this. I didn't hear that spoken about much in the discourse. I think that had a lot to do with it. So Tom Wilson will play tomorrow. Thank God. And based on what I'm seeing here from Czechia, Denmark, it's going to be 6-1 Canada. 6-1. Let's go. Let's go. The real question today with this men's hockey tournament, does Sweden get by Latvia and Sweden get the States in the quarters? Because then it's game on. Because if William Nylander eliminates the States, he will have totally redeemed himself. I will look at Willie in a completely different light. There's a lot going on here. Comment from the chat. Azzo off mic. Hilarious. Thank you. Appreciate it. You could throw that back up. You could leave that for a little longer if you want.
Off camera is even better.
Off camera is even better. To not see your face, everyone wins. Everyone wins. Wilson is the man from Stone Cold. Who doesn't like Tom Wilson? That's what bothered me about the talk. Like, what hockey fan doesn't like Tom Wilson? He's a bear of a human being who can skate and score. He's amazing. Like, what's there not to like? If anything, it proves why the frustration is valid because you want him out there because he's great. And he's keeping up with Celebrini and McDavid. Occasionally, they'd pull him off for MacKinnon. Okay. That's John Cooper style. All good. This is all coming from a place of love with Tom Wilson. And I love fighting. I do love fighting. I don't want to be painted as that person. I'm not an anti-fightist. I'm not. I don't need to see it like every period, but when warranted, from a member of the Leafs, I'd love to see it. Because I don't get to see it a lot in this market. When warranted, it matters. It does. And I'm all about it. Patrick on the chat. See, this is the great thing about this chat on YouTube and X. What we can't hear at times is being given to us via update. And Patrick chimes in and says, Doug Armstrong just on CBC. I just saw him looking up. And he's happy. Nate should be okay. All right, here we go. Nathan MacKinnon's going to be all right. Doug Armstrong, just on with Elliot Friedman. Is Elliot wearing another turtleneck today? Are we doing this with the turtlenecks?
He's another Bond villain today, yes.
I have to say this. The rivalry between BX and Frege.
Didn't you wear a turtleneck one time on there?
I didn't like it.
Yeah. I remember that. That's why I remember you wearing one, because I remember how much you didn't like
you know what was worse? Mock necks.
Yeah.
Those were worse. There was a quick side story. I figure my name's on the show. I can tell a side story.
All right. We allow it. The chat allows it.
The chat allows it. The chat. Roll call in the chat. The yays have it. I can go off the off ramp here. Wardrobe and television is always like a tricky thing. There's always someone who believes they know, despite the fact it looks hideous, they believe that looks great. That's on any show, any type of show, any newscast, whatever. And I like my stuff pretty simple. Like I'm collar, normally maybe a sport coat if I'm feeling sexy. But like it's not complicated to look good on television. It really isn't. In my younger years at the Score Television Network, there was a moment where someone said, no more ties. No more ties. That's all I kind of knew. So we went from like no more ties to just turtlenecks and mock necks. And it looked ridiculous. And it was such a talking point in the newsroom and the station. Like it was reaching a fever pitch. And it got to the point where an anchor at the station, whose name I will keep to myself, off air, got chirped one too many times. It's not Tim, by the way. It's just, I'm going to stop it right there. It's not Tim. But I was there for this. Got chirped one too many times because there's a lot of chirping at the Score Television Network. Like a lot. It was good, but it was a lot. But it was like everyone has their limit. So this anchor, who clearly didn't want to be wearing this stuff either, heard the chirp, got up out of the chair, looked at the newsroom, which was long. There was people, and said this: the next person to mention this mock neck can kiss my ass. And sat down and finished the shift. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in a newsroom. And it was warranted because it was getting out of control. My problem is when clothing becomes so distracting, you don't hear someone speak. That's a problem. Because people work to be able to say things on air that others consume and make sense. Like that's kind of the point of this. That's the whole point of this. I did not go into broadcasting to make a stylist look good. Right. That's not why I'm here.
And that's what happens though. They try and catch the next fad or what's.
But that's literally but I get their job. Yeah. My job is to not look like a clown because you had an urge one week.
Right.
And I kind of had to fight that for a little bit because I'm just conservative with everything.
Everything.
Except my mouth. Except my mouth. Sorry, my main point is
it's not hard to look good on TV.
It's not hard. Like it's not hard to look good. When you have my face, you need to look good on air with clothing. Okay.
But what's wrong with the simple classic?
Nothing.
Tie,
and what I'm saying
says a guy not wearing a collared shirt today.
And we're doing things differently here. My sleeves are rolled up. It's like I'm starting a campaign, an electoral campaign. The rivalry between Frege and Bichette.
Yes.
to me, has ended on air for one simple reason. Bichette wears better clothes.
Fair.
I believe.
Fair.
And it's strictly...
I mean, he did play in the league for a while.
And he played in the league, and he's very good. He's won like a CSA.
He's a stylish guy.
Bichette is like really good.
He's a stylish guy.
But the suits mean Bichette is a better human being than Elliott. I believe. To the chat, Broken Bat says, Sid, let's be honest. Those headphones are taking a lot of attention. That's unfair. I'm talking about clothing. Keep the headphones out of this.
Yeah, we were doing well. A couple days without.
Do you know what I said to this guy right before we came on air?
That's why I had to throw it out.
I go, you know what? They're not talking about the headphones anymore. I said that at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, and then we started the show. I got sidetracked. Czechia up 3-2 over Denmark, and we'll see where this goes. No, I'm not, I will not. There's a lot of people.
No, I know.
There's a lot of people.
This is the one. The chat keeps moving so quick. It's hard. Though, when I go to, someone says the other reason for Bichette looking so good is because he's fit.
A former professional athlete. That might have something to do with it. But that super panel's pretty damn good.
Very good.
Duthie's good, man.
He's so good.
Stop it. And listen.
Can't we all just get
one more thing? Generally, because you and I consume a lot. We're fans of TV. We're fans of radio.
Let's go here. Yeah.
How good is Mike Johnson?
Dude, that position between the benches was made for him.
How good is Mike? I was sad when he left Sportsnet.
Yeah.
Like, I was genuinely sad because that guy was very, very good.
But
and
at ice level, in between the benches, he sees things before the camera does. And then they have to go back and get it and show you to you minutes later. Like,
but part of me's old. Like, I know the analyst from that angle is you can get some invaluable stuff. I do miss old school analyst color person next to each other in a booth.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of Bob Cole, Harry Neal. I need that. Yeah. Like, I need that in my life.
That's fair too.
But Mike is just,
he's so good.
I want to say that publicly. I was disappointed when he wasn't a part of Sportsnet anymore.
Agreed.
And when Ray Ferraro went to the States on TSN, I was like, I don't know how TSN is going to fill that hole. Mm-hmm. I have no idea, because Ray is like top level. And I know he's doing stuff regionally for Sportsnet. But by the way, the freedom to talk about this stuff on a mic,
it's amazing.
I'm enjoying this.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people I respect in the business.
A lot.
I did not know how Ray Ferraro was going to get replaced on TSN. Mike has been a rock star. Like, very, very good. And better, like, he
brings it all the time.
They haven't missed Ferraro. And I'm not saying that as a rip on Ferraro. No. Ferraro's a legend in the broadcasting industry.
It's a testament to how good Mike's been.
Mike's been amazing.
Yep.
And he's showing it here in this broadcast as well. Good afternoon, Azo from Netstrike. Appreciate it. Sid, love the headphones. Don't change, from Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. We need a new rule here. Only comments are shown I like. New rule.
I control them, so
you control.
That's not happening.
Okay. Appreciate everyone live on X and YouTube. And again, if you want more information on Sick Media and all the things they're doing there, go to sickmedia.com. And if you want the mug, I've had some mug questions, mainly from family.
It's a great mug, man.
Freeloaders who just want a mug.
I know.
This mug is tasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need to give the update on what happened to the guy who hit MacKinnon? Because that came out after the show yesterday, didn't it?
It did. I'll do that now. That's actually pretty good. So the guy who elbowed MacKinnon in the head on Sunday versus France, Pierre Crino.
Say it again.
Pierre Crino.
I'll have to double check that on the Olympic website, which we will get to later.
Oh, we have that ingested in the system?
We don't have him, but we have other ones.
Oh, we have. If you haven't been to the Olympic website, we have a surprise for you, because this is very good. But that defenseman, after the Tom Wilson fight, something happened off camera. The broadcast really, I don't believe, picked it up. I could be wrong, but I don't think they did. After the Tom Wilson thing, both Wilson and Crino are ejected Sunday. So Crino is, and I know I'm saying his name perfectly, it's not important. It's not a big deal. Crino, as he's being escorted off of the Milano Santa Giulia Arena ice surface, he's just kind of putting his hands to his ears and kind of taunting, I'm assuming a bunch of Canadian fans, on the way out. This is like, in the throes of like WWE taunting, it's a 1.5 out of 10. Like, it was nothing. Yesterday, the French Federation suspended him for that. And he didn't play today in their game earlier, I believe against Germany. And there's been some controversy with this guy about how the Federation weren't fans of him being included in the team to begin with. And now the Federation suspended him today for that game completely for lifting his ears up and putting his hands behind him and saying, "Let me hear it." That's what that French Federation should have been nowhere near this tournament. It's a joke of an operation, and it's a circus act on the ice and off. So that was the update on Pierre Crignon. Can you believe that?
Which is pretty important.
Can you believe that?
Very telling.
Very telling about how you run your stuff. Like just the politics in some of these teams, man. Like I'm hearing stuff out of Sweden and Finland. And
I thought he was done for the tournament. I thought they're not letting him back at all.
Well, they were going to lose today anyway, so
Yeah,
technically he was going to be done for the tournament.
That's fair.
But can you believe a guy got suspended for this? Let me hear you. Are you kidding? Jose Mourinho would never manage a game in his life. He got suspended for that.
He got suspended because they don't like him.
Well, somebody didn't like him.
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, let's dive into the women's hockey event yesterday. And I want to stay positive here because I know there's a lot of people in this chat. We saw it even before we came up at noon Eastern. Everyone's kind of freaking out about our women's program. Not even the team, the program now. This is a program-wide discussion. I want to hold that for a second and pump the brakes. Marie-Philip Poulin should have had a hat trick yesterday. Scored 2 goals, 2-1 win for Canada over Switzerland, and they're in the final, surprise, surprise, against the USA on Thursday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern, 1:10 p.m. Eastern to be specific. It was obvious early because the cameras would not leave her alone for obvious reasons that Marie-Philip Poulin was in a lot of pain. All right? She is not healthy. We're going to find out how bad it is. I think it's going to stun us all when we hear exactly how bad this is. This is career ending, and she's got one more game left in her. That's it. That's what I'm afraid is going to come out after this.
She even had to be taken to the ice on like a golf court, right?
Yeah, she couldn't walk to the ice surface.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of goalies have been taken via cart.
But that's goalie.
But MPP had to take a golf cart with the opposing goaltender, Andrea Brandley, who played really well yesterday for Switzerland. But what Marie-Philip Poulin is doing here is in my opinion, is a top 3 storyline of this entire Winter Olympics for Canada. Physically, mentally, all of it. She's become the head coach. She's become the positive influence. She has become a galvanizing force. She's on one knee. One. She got both goals yesterday. She should not be out there. We're going to find out something wild when this is over. Wild about the condition of that knee. And she doesn't care. And she is out there repping the leaf on her chest. She would not let them lose yesterday. Despite the fact 7 players on that team wearing Canadian rosters definitely felt like losing. Not MPP. Not MPP. And I don't know what Thursday is going to hold because having watched a bit of Sweden USA in the morning, they're playing at 2 different levels right now. USA is doing different stuff. And Canada looks like a program that's gotten very comfortable over the last 10 years. And now everything's coming home to roost. And it's a bad scene. And I really wish it could look different for Marie-Philip Poulin from a team perspective. Like if that's 5-0 States on Thursday, if that's 6-1, my heart would break for her. Not for everyone, but for her. For her. Now, another issue that has come up, and it came up yesterday during the game, is the head coach, Troy Ryan. And look, maybe I'm overstating this because when TV timeouts happen, whether, like, I don't know which coaches are speaking to what players. Like, when I'm at a live hockey game, I don't really pay attention to whether or not the head coach is speaking to his team a lot during a TV timeout. Sometimes nothing's said, right? But there were several visuals yesterday of the Canada bench during a timeout, and the person talking to Canada wasn't the head coach. It was assistant coach Corey Chivry. Meanwhile, Troy Ryan, the actual head coach, is completely out of the scrum talking to the officials about something. Now, again, we don't see every TV timeout in the National Hockey League. I don't know if Chris Knobloch is always talking to the Oilers during a TV timeout. I don't know if Craig Berube is doing it. I don't know if Travis Green or Martin St. Louis is doing it. I genuinely don't know. But it would look weird if those coaches let an assistant coach run a team talk during any timeout, whether it's TV timeout or you call your own. That would look weird, right? That would be a talking point in Edmonton, in Ottawa, and in Montreal, and Toronto. It seems strange. Now, the knee-jerk part of me, considering how Canada has looked in this tournament and considering how Troy Ryan has spoken about his team and the lack of young players and the general confidence, he doesn't seem like he has a grasp of it. And when I see an assistant coach running a team talk, it wasn't just Corey Chivry, it was Caroline Ouellette in the bowels of the arena. The cameras caught that too. I've seen more video of assistants talking to our women's national team than the damn head coach, Troy Ryan. Seems like he's lost the room, doesn't it? Well, I don't know how many more clues you want, but going to a gold medal game where Canada's lost 7 straight against the USA, I don't want to see that. That's the last thing I want to see. Check that. The last thing I want to see is Marie-Philip Poulin in that kind of physical condition. Because that's just a shame. The second last thing I don't want to see is the head coach running from responsibilities and a team that doesn't want to hear him speak. Whoa. That's a whole different layer to this. The United States are licking their chops here. And we're dinner. Everyone's got to be on the same page. So I don't know what's going on with Troy Ryan and that team, specifically the veterans. There is a general uninspired feel to it. That semifinal win was the smallest margin of victory for Canada in a semi ever at that level for women's hockey, ever. So that's some of the reality here. The other reality is it's not done. The other reality here is that in 2002 in Salt Lake, the infamous flag on the floor game with Haley Wickenheiser, do you want us to sign it, USA? Canada were not in a good space against the States going into that game either. Didn't have a good record. We're on a losing streak, actually, against the U.S. What happened? Cassie Campbell, Wickenheiser, some of the greats. Boom. In America's backyard. Deal with it. Gold medal Canada. This is not over. There is a part of me that believes this type of tournament with Canada hockey, the history of Canada hockey, this is the type of moment a script could flip. And our women's national team, MPP aside, can wake up. I am not always a positive person. But I believe this. If 29 in red is out there Thursday trying Marie-Philip Poulin, who scored more goals in the Olympics than any other woman, Canada can win the game. I'm going to say it here. I might regret this. I believe. No, I don't regret this. I take it back. I believe in Marie-Philip Poulin. That's why Canada can win. Because everything's gone the USA's way so far. That's a trap. That can be a trap sometimes. No one thinks they're going to beat the States Thursday. or Canada. Watch this. And if they lose 6-0, you'll never hear that clip again. Jeff has a party. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sydney.
Where do you stand on the naysayers about the women's gold medal final Thursday afternoon?
So I'm of two minds of this. Obviously, like you said, MPP, just unbelievable. And if there's ever a chance that, like, if Canada's in the game and she's in the game, you better believe she's going to show up and do something to win that game. That's right. I know last time in the chat, everyone's saying she wouldn't have made a difference in the last USA game. Yes, because that game got away from them. Like last night, that goalie stood on her head and kept their team in it. But when it came down to it, who scored the two big goals that got them through? MPP. And she'll do it again if they can do it. Now, my thoughts on the team, I think we can all say it. Like, there's some veterans on this team. And I don't know if Troy Ryan doesn't agree with the way this team was put together, because some of it seems that way.
It's a valid point.
And Ouellette's getting a lot of praise, and she rightfully so, for her work with the power play, for her work with certain teams on the offense, I believe it is. Like, she's getting, and she should. But I don't know if Troy Ryan believed in the team he was given. Like, there were maybe some veterans on this but they've also earned that chance to try and defend it. Like, when was to bring back your famous call, the gold medal in the face? That was 2010, right?
I just think,
but that's like 16. But they've earned the right to maybe defend that one more time, and maybe it went one Olympics too far. But I hope they show up for MPP tomorrow. I'm
glad you said the last part, because I don't want to sound disrespectful, and I love a lot of people. I love a lot of people on that team. There are players now on like 4th, 5th Olympics,
right?
And what you're seeing the States do is kind of turn it over quicker.
They have a much younger team,
and I just think, because we've had that mentality in women's Canadian hockey here for a while, our best players keep running them out because they're the best. So we don't have to worry about the turnover. We don't have to worry about the next phase. We don't have to worry about any of that. Well, based on what I'm reading, these next drafts in the PWHL, like there's not a ton of Canadians in them. There's not. Like, the GM of Canada's team kind of said that.
Yeah, no.
So I'm sitting there going, look, if you're going to lose a tournament, I'd rather put in some young players with potential that you think are going to be a part of this program for the French Alps in 4 years and beyond, than run it back for a 5th Olympics with somebody. Like 5 Olympics. That's a lot of Olympics, man.
No, it is.
That's
why I was asking.
Almost 2 decades of Olympics.
Thank you for the chat. Chad was telling me gold medal in the face was 2014. That's still like 12 years. Like, that's 3-4 Olympics now.
It's a long, long time ago. And
part of me feels like they've earned the right to go represent the country again, because they've answered the bell every time. But
this is a hell of a comment from John on YouTube. Average age for Canada, 29. Average age for USA, 23. It's either the more experienced that wins or the younger, more hungry and energetic that wins. That is a Grand Canyon-sized gap in age, though.
Yes, agreed.
And you saw that play out head-to-head. Now, I think someone has to run someone over on the States and slow them down and give them something to think about, because they were it was a turnstile in Canada's end defensively.
Abby Murphy, especially.
They got to get away from that stuff. Yeah. They can't let one player get into your skin that bad. Right. That's immature. For a team that old, that's inexcusable. That is an immature way to go into a hockey game. Some younger player running around smiling the whole time.
Or one of those veterans need to take it to her.
And I'm all for that.
Yeah, same. Agreed.
Now, in a gold medal, gold medal game,
something.
You need to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Maybe in that prelim game, it's a different story. Sean, wow, that age difference is notable. Yeah, no kidding.
And it is noticeable from the last 7 face-offs between them.
Like, just especially what's blowing my mind about the women's team for Canada is, like, the defensive pace is done. Like, there is no pace. The Leafs get destroyed for no pace on their blue line coming out of the. Like, I'm seeing the same thing. You cannot function at all as an elite hockey team if you have no pace coming out of your blue line. And that's what Canada's problem is right now. I also think 2 goals against Switzerland. I don't care how well Andrea Brandley played. With respect, 2 goals is ridiculous. No, from a player in Marie-Philip Poulin with 1 knee. That you only got goals from a player with 1 knee.
So my plea is just, if you're a veteran, if you're a young one, show up for MPP, keep it close, and she'll win you the game at the end. I don't care how many knees she's got.
I have a feeling about Thursday, though.
Ooh, I like this.
I got a feeling. I got a fever.
Little-
And the only prescription is MPP. What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know. I actually
Is
don't know.
MPP.
Sometimes it works. There's some good comments in here about MPP. Let me see. Hang on a second. That she's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and she's such a great captain, and it's all true.
It's all true. It's such an interesting.
If Marner had 1 ounce of MPP mojo, what a player he would be.
always back to Marner.
Always back.
Can you imagine what this show would have been like when Marner left the Leafs?
Even the return
Can you-
game on that Friday.
Well, I would have lost my mind.
No kidding.
I would have done the whole show sitting in the corner, off mic, just yelling.
You're into this today.
One day
There
I'm
will be a
gonna
day.
be so angry.
The
I'm gonna
World Cup
sit-
is coming.
it's-
I'm pretty confident.
There's
we
a
will
corner
find a day.
behind me. I'm just gonna put the mic like that.
Here's an
Sit.
interesting one from CB. The distance between Canada and the U.S. is greater than Canada versus the rest of the world.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Now, but I do want to temper it. Like it's one.
No,
This
but it's
is
been 7 meetings now. 8
Listen,
meetings.
with all due respect to the rivalry series, it's about this to me.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is the bar. Okay, the rivalry thing, we can talk about that all day. No alarm bells went off for me in any serious way before that preliminary game with the States.
Mhm.
That to me is the big one. So
you're liking that matchup in the prelims now?
I
Because
kinda-
maybe it woke Canada up.
I think now, in hindsight, could be a very good thing for
Right.
Canada.
Agreed.
Very good thing. I think you bring up a very valid point. One of two only good points you're going to bring up today. So do not, to the chat, to everyone on the chat, not everyone's negative on this, but a lot of you are, and I get it. I completely get it. We're Canada, man. We are Canada.
Mm-hmm.
When that gold medal game starts, the puck drops, it all dissolves. All the noise, all the preliminary round stuff, rivalry series, done. It's about that moment. And in that moment, even with one knee, America don't have a player that compares to Marie-Philip Poulin. In heart, in intelligence, in experience, in leadership, in talent, and drive. If we're looking at a chessboard, pardon me.
Okay, take two.
Take two. We might clip this. If it's chess, Canada's in control. Is it the queen is the most powerful chess piece?
I could never figure it
What's the one that goes everywhere? I think it's the queen.
No.
Is it the queen?
out. Rook? No.
No, it's not a rook.
I don't know.
I think the queen is most powerful
Pawn.
chess.
There's the pawn. Oh,
The
yeah,
pawn-
the queen's
The
are
pawn's
most
not the
powerful.
most. The pawn's nothing. The pawn is.
Speaking as a pawn myself, they are the most powerful.
Yes. It's the queen. Come on. Okay. All right. I'm asking a question.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm loving
not
about?
smart.
You know what I'm really loving about this? The chat's quick.
It is quick.
So we can ask this chat anything
Yeah.
and get an answer. It's like Wikipedia, never lies.
Yes, the queen. Yes, the queen. Yeah, okay. We don't know.
The queen
We're
is,
watching sports. No, I'm kidding.
the queen is Marie-Philip Poulin in women's hockey.
Yeah. It's
She's on our side of the board. in
without a
chess.
doubt.
Go Canada. We'll see. But again, we're gonna be done the pod Thursday in plenty of time. It's gonna feel weird because we haven't done a short pod yet. What time is it? Oh my god.
48.
It's all
You've
48.
hit on two things.
I know.
I need to learn to play chess, by the way.
Chess is a wild
It
sport.
is.
You know what's crazier? Speed chess.
Yeah. Ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding. Remember when was it Wembanyama went to play chess in the park in New York
I think so.
or Philly
Yeah.
or Washington? I think it was Washington
Those chess. That chess in the park is amazing,
until a fight breaks out.
which is even better. Bring Tom Wilson.
All right. Any other hockey stuff?
Should we do one of these name pronunciations?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. So Azo showed me this yesterday.
So no, shout out the NHL Twitter account because they brought me up to speed on this. So apparently I did double check this, and when you go on the Olympic official site, there's a page where you can go for any athlete right across the world, and you can type in their name and search for them. But beside where their name is listed, there's one of those speaker icons.
Yeah.
And you can hit on it, and it's the player telling you how to pronounce their name.
And this is for every athlete at the games?
Every athlete at the game.
And this is available to the public
Yes,
anytime?
just go on the official, just search like Olympic athletes, go to the official page for these games, and it is there for every athlete.
So what Azzo told me is, so they make the athletes say their name in a mic twice. First time normal.
We think. I don't know why.
But
some of them are.
But
twice.
there's a follow up that's slow and hilariously weird, right?
For some of them just say it the exact same way.
So we have some hockey players doing this, correct?
We do.
All right. That's self-explanatory as to who it is.
It should be. Well, yeah, you'll hear their
All right.
names. We can tell who there is because there'll be pauses in between.
Let's
But
see.
listen to some of them.
Let's see if you find this as funny as we do.
Ready?
Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby.
Also, couldn't they get people in the back?
Charlie McAvoy. Charlie McAvoy.
Mikko Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen.
Nailed the dismount.
Gabriel Landeskog. Gabriel Landeskog.
Dramatic pause.
Leon Draisaitl.
I love that.
Nice.
Leon Draisaitl.
Perfect.
David Pastrňák.
Astronaut.
David Pastrňák.
People should have to have it this way.
Oliver Björkstrand.
No one wants to say
Oliver
Björkstrand. That's fine.
Björkstrand.
No one cares.
But do you hear the second
Nikolai
one?
Ehlers. Nikolai Ehlers.
Juraj Slavkovsky.
That's
There,
annoying.
for our Montreal people.
Yeah.
Juraj Slavkovsky.
That's how I've been calling him the whole time.
All right, of course.
That's funny, man.
It's so good. It's so good. But
That's
for a
pretty
guy
good.
like me who sometimes has trouble pronouncing names, I love it. Every team should have to do that. So if I need clarification on a name, so I'm not calling him Wall instead of Wool, whatever, and it takes a whole season for him to come out and say, this is how you say my name.
Yeah.
Every team page should have that and just tells you how the guy's name is said, how he wants it said, I should say.
Somebody, Gus in the chat. What about Marner?
I'm not going
I'm
there.
not touching that.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not touching that.
Anyways, we have another. If we have time later, we'll get to some more because there's some other good ones.
You know what? Hold that. We'll close the show with some others.
Maybe.
Because you know when they're doing it, they're like, this is the dumbest thing. Okay. Leon Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah, I wondered if one was more like how you pronounce it kind of locally or in the country, and then one is more Americanized.
I heard both. The European guys were very. Rantanen came in hot.
Yeah.
With a Mikko Rantanen. Hot.
So good.
Let me do me.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Sidney Seixeiro. Sidney Seixeiro.
No, but that's not right.
You got to slow it down.
In-
They all
In
slow it
Portugal,
down.
how would they say your last name? You have to do that.
Oh, sorry. Sidney Seixeiro. Sidney Seixeiro.
No, the second one has to be Americanized again.
Oh, sorry. It's Americanized on the second.
I think. That's how I'm
That's,
judging.
that's fine. I'm
Anyways,
getting,
all
I'm
right,
getting sick of
let's
it.
go. Move on.
That's funny, though.
It's so good.
So you have another one for later?
There's actually two more.
Okay.
And again, thanks to the NHL Twitter account for pointing that out because it's amazing.
That's funny.
Yeah, and there's some where there's like always stuff going in the background, like there's stuff falling and there's huge bangs and noises.
Well, they're in like the mix
I
zone
know,
or wherever
they're
they
just
are.
putting a mic in front of them, say your name. But
Figure it
it's
out.
funny.
Figure it out.
Anyway.
Okay. And it's still 3-2 Czechia here midway through the third. Like if Czechia doesn't win this game, there's some serious problems. Because they got decent level NHLers on this team.
Yeah.
Despite the fact they lost to Canada 5-0 in that first game. Like Denmark really shouldn't win this game, but they're all over them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a power play. That makes sense. To baseball.
Oh, that was a comment. Any Blue Jays talk today? I can't remember who it is. I started here, but here we go.
Blue Jays talk. Guys, you know we're going to talk a little Blue Jays on this show, right?
Have to.
Like it's show 7. We do have a rhythm to us. So we're going to get to it for sure. So let's do baseball. And yesterday was the first full team workout for the Jays in Dunedin. Always a special day. Yes, we are talking Blue Jays today. Moise. Is that the Moise, I think?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I wish.
Shout out Moines.
Yeah.
I like Moines.
He was awesome.
Sports and producer. So first full workout for the Jays yesterday, which also meant John Schneider really had the first chance to address the Toronto Blue Jays since losing Game 7 of the World Series to the Dodgers. I don't know what Schneider would have said to the guys after the game. I don't think you have to say much. Everyone's devastated. But yesterday was kind of the first we're back moment for John Schneider. And I have to say, we're not going to do this a ton because everyone does good work, and we'd spend the whole show talking about people that do good work. There's a guy named George Skoutakis who runs the Blue Jays social media department and a lot of internal production, like when there's
media stuff. Yeah,
media,
general
and,
media.
like if there's a ceremony on the field, like he takes care of all that stuff. The videos you see on the Jumbotron, all of it. He's an extremely talented guy. He has changed their social media department.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's too bad he's such a bad person. No, he's a great guy.
He's actually a super nice guy.
Such a good dude.
Is super nice. So he's changed their whole social media outlook, and it's great. And he has a team around him that are very talented and work very hard. So yesterday was kind of day one for them too. And the cameras for the Blue Jays and their social media team were in the room in the clubhouse in Dunedin when John Schneider addressed the Jays for the first time. The entire roster's there. I probably think there's players going to AAA who are in the room that won't make cuts. And there was a lot of players in the dressing room.
For sure.
So the Jays social media account posted the entire, I believe it was 90 seconds of John Schneider kind of giving his team what the mantra is for 2026. And I'm not always John Schneider's biggest fan, for obvious reasons. There's some things that have happened I cannot look the other way on. There's some things that have happened that weren't his call probably, but there's some other things that maybe were his call. But I think generally when you hear this, you're going to hear a guy that's really grown into the role. And it wasn't overly rah-rah, but it made the players kind of think. The cameras panned around a little bit. He had everyone's attention. Everyone. Springer, Vladdy, everyone. No one was on their phones. And he was kind of getting them ready for this year, and it was an important message. And I thought it was important that we play the whole 90 seconds for you, audio-wise, and let you take in kind of what the John Schneider experience is. So take a listen.
No better feeling than doing what we did, accomplishing what we accomplished, and being an eyelash short multiple times, right? So I want to talk about that, the past, the present, and kind of our process. What made us get there, and how do we get back there? There's going to be a little bit of a new norm. There's going to be expectations, right? It's going to be a little bit of a target on our back. It's going to be people being a little bit more aware of us. And you guys have earned that, right? That's the good part. To steal a line from Georgie, he said, once you hang a banner, you're hanging a bullseye. Okay? That's what everyone's going to say. That's easy. In the present, I want you guys to think about how the we got there. All right? So being obsessed with being a great teammate. A lot of people talked about our culture, and you guys built that. Okay? I think now is time to build on that, understand what we did well, all right, and how we got to where we got to. All right? The process. Being obsessed with being a good teammate, being obsessed with getting better, being obsessed with winning, and being obsessed with understanding what you're good at. That's it. If we can focus on that and not divert back to last year, all right, I think we're going to be right where we need to be. The level of expectations has risen up here. You guys are more than ready to meet the challenge head on. All right? Have fun, stay healthy, have a great spring. I'll see you out there. Let's go.
It was pretty good. From an access standpoint, I've seen videos that didn't excite me much. Like when the Jays come off the field and they win and Vladdy goes, "We won." I don't know what that does for me as a social media video. That was good. Well, vibes. Let's say vibes, right? That kind of stuff I'm here for. Mm-hmm. That was good stuff. And there's a
the mood around the team has changed. He's right. There's a bullseye on their back now.
There is.
People see them coming now.
Canada 1002 on the chat writes, good thing about Schneider is he respects and plays all of his players so they all feel like they got a hand on the rope. That's why his leadership is noteworthy. He gets the collective to buy in. I can't argue with that last year. No. Well, I can't argue with that at all.
But that's why he was brought in, right? He came up with Vladdy and Bo.
Hold on. He was brought in because he was cheap. Stop. I don't want to hear. I don't mind what he's done with the opportunity. Don't tell me why he got the opportunity. Because there were managers out there that were probably more expensive, right? Mm-hmm. But
they surrounded him with guys like Mattingly and some other guys.
No, I mean,
I'm just saying. Originally, he came up with Bo and Vlad and Kevin. Like he knew that core, and they wanted him to grow into.
But the Bruce Bochy's of the world were available. Let's remember who was out there. Terry Francona.
Without a doubt.
Like A, they knew John Schneider, but B,
but they knew John knew Vlad and Bo.
Okay.
No?
Are we going to really overcook that?
No, I think so.
Because where's Bo now? Where's Bo now?
That's fair.
So what are we
But
talking
he's
about?
a communicator with Vlad, and if he knows what pushes their buttons, I don't know. I think there is a little something.
But I don't want that to take away from what he's accomplished.
No, agreed.
How someone gets the opportunity and what they do with it are two different things. What John Schneider's done with it, extraordinary, really, when you think about
You're
it.
bang on when you said he grew into the role.
For sure. Now, the one thing John Schneider said there, I do want to bring up with you, is the Georgie quote.
Love it.
When you're hanging banners, you're hanging a bullseye. What banner is he talking about?
I guess the ALCS in the American League.
Do you view that as a banner?
Well, you got to get out of the AL or the division championships. Like now the division's coming for you. The division made some moves to try and keep up with you.
No, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
not really the Yankees, but whatever.
Yeah.
But are we working on the? I'm genuinely asking because I'm
but
confused.
there is something to winning the AL
Are
pennant.
we is there going to be an ALCS unveiling of a banner
I
opening
don't
day?
know.
There better not be that.
I
man.
think he's.
I don't
just-
think people are in the mood for that.
he's figuratively saying that.
I hope he is.
I hope so.
I hope he is.
I mean,
Blue Jays.
but would it be a bad thing if they raised the banner for the AL?
Oh no.
The American League?
No.
Okay, I'm with you.
Don't. I'm not even looking at the chat for a second. I'm going to give you guys a break because I have a feeling I know what's coming. What I think is coming is the ALCS should be celebrated and a banner raising should happen opening day. I do not believe the majority of the fans want to see that. They want to see looking forward.
Right. No, and he said that.
But I don't want it. But he scared me when he said banner.
How about this? No
I
ceremony,
got
just
freaked
put the
out.
banner up there. Because it was a good year.
That's what I want to see.
Yes, I'm good with that.
You won the division. You won the ALCS. Okay, the banners go up.
No ceremony.
Don't make a thing about
I
it,
agree with
man. Do not make a thing about this. Do not just let it. You know what the boss move is? The adult move? Put it there. And don't even acknowledge it.
And next year we'll be celebrating World Series.
Let the Sportsnet camera show it coming out of the third inning.
100%.
Dan mentions it with, I think, Siddle.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Joe Siddle. And let it sit. I don't want any fireworks around that because that is not how last season is remembered for most people.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Respect it. Put it up. I don't want to see any pregame ceremony celebrating second place. Don't do it. I saw that once in my life. The Bills and Scott Norwood came home after losing the first Super Bowl and had a rally like you would not believe. I'll let that go. Don't do it otherwise. It's a waste of everyone's time because that's not what a winning organization does. The Jays are now, it feels like, from the top down in a completely different headspace. Don't do that ridiculous stuff that losing organizations do. That's a losing organization move. I think you're bang on. Just put it up there. But that's just me.
And especially in your 50th anniversary season where you're having a day where you're giving away replica rings for the 92 and 93 World Series, that's what matters. Winning it all.
Winning it all.
Like you got to celebrate those years
Celebrate
that you
that.
won it all.
Celebrate that.
Right.
Net strike. AL pennant celebration. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
I think maybe we're more on the same page than I think.
Yeah.
But
I think something should go up there. Last year was a hell of a ride, and it was a great season for them.
AB on YouTube. I agree. You got to get the wild card banners out of there and don't hang your second place banners. You're immediately a meme. But winning the American League is not that's a serious banner.
It is.
You got to put that up.
That's what I'm saying.
Winning the division, put it up. Wild card stuff, I agree.
Yeah.
And they don't, correct me if I'm wrong. The Jays don't really have that, do they? Wild card banners? Tell me they don't
I'm
have
just
wild
trying to
card
think
banners.
if they have when they actually won the division, AL East banner.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, like you win the division, it means something. You win the American League as a whole. Anything other than that is nothing.
There's
Yeah,
a lot,
no rounds.
There's a lot of people in this chat suggesting those wild card banners are up there. I do not remember them being up there. If they are, that has to end immediately.
No.
That needs to be righted.
There's no
that wrong needs to be corrected. All right, we'll get on that. We're going to start a movement here on the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. No wild card banners, especially after that ride last year, which reminded everyone of what it's all about. No more wild card banners. Don't do it.
But from what I can see, there's some AL East banners, but I don't
Okay,
think there's
that's
any
fine.
Yeah, AL East
All
is
right.
okay. But I don't know if there's a wild
I
card.
hope there's not. I hope some people here are misremembering the banners. So that wasn't all that John Schneider said yesterday. And he was talking to the media about Vladdy. And Vladdy spoke in Spanish yesterday. Long story short, he's feeling pretty good. Like, there wasn't like a home run kind of crazy quote from Vlad, but he's feeling good, as he should. Get my power source here, sorry. And then attention turned to John Schneider, who spoke to the media. And John Schneider spoke about Vladdy and his maturation and what's next. Because after what we saw in the postseason with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I mean, I understand people whose minds begin to wander here on what this guy is about to do. And I don't have the odds in front of me. He's got to be top 5 in AL MVP odds to start the season. You would think. Czechia has won. It will be Czechia and Canada at 10:40 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Quarterfinals. We'll be live here on YouTube and X on the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media.
But done by 1:10.
No, that's not tomorrow.
Oh,
that's Thursday.
Right.
Thursday we're done. Tomorrow we're in the game.
Tomorrow.
That's true. Listen, we're in the game, so might as well stay there.
That's right. Fair enough.
I'm
jumping ahead. Damn.
You're jumping ahead. Tomorrow's the men's team. Thursday's the women's team. Back to the Jays. John Schneider talked about Vladdy now that Bo Bichette is gone. And I thought this was really interesting. And the quote goes like this. It's a little longer than normal, but indulge me. John Schneider said, quote, "In my opinion, Vladdy's always been the guy in his whole time here. When he came up, it was him, Bo, Cav, and Biggio, the sons of big leaguers. When each guy departs, I think it's cool that Vlad has been the one that's here, the one that we're building around. When those surroundings change, you probably see a little bit of a different version of the people that are still here. And I think, if anything, probably it allows Vlad to have a little bit of a louder voice. Allows him to be a little bit more free, because when you get so locked in with somebody day and night for 8, 9, 10 years, you have that as the norm. So it's an opportunity for Vlad to have a louder voice and really understand that this has been his team and it's going to continue to be his team." So I'll ask Azzo and the chat, do you think in a way Bo's been holding Vladdy back from a leadership role? Because that is essentially the quote that came out of Dunedin yesterday from John Schneider. And that stuck out to me like a sore thumb.
It's a great quote.
What do you make of that?
That's interesting. I don't know. Because Vladdy always seems to be doing his own thing. And there are times where Bo just sits there by himself or with other people. So there are times, obviously, you see him sitting there talking the game. But when Vlad wants to do what Vlad wants to do, he does it. I don't know. That's interesting. Because they did want to win together. They did want to do stuff together. Right. I think it was a respect thing. But I don't know. I don't think he held him back. I don't. Because he was there. He was always with Teoscar. He was with his buddies. And like, he was always jumping around the dugout, congratulating guys, being the first one in stuff. And I think he's a young guy. He's slowly growing into that role as well. For the record, he is 4th, I think, in MVP. Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt Jr., Kyle Raleigh, and then Vlad.
I like Bobby Witt Jr. He's not winning the damn MVP. Your team has to win some games to win the MVP.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Come on, man. Like, do not bet any of you on Bobby Witt Jr. to win MVP. What's the odds on Vladdy again? What's the number?
What am I seeing at? Plus, like, it depends where, but
do
around
it.
Plus 1,300, 1,200 to 1,500. It seems like, because Aaron Judge is just plus 200, which is crazy.
Hammer Vladdy now.
I mean,
hammer Vladdy now. What are you doing?
He got a taste of what it means to be the face of MLB during the postseason, and he had to have liked it.
Based on what John Schneider just told us yesterday, this guy's he's a free professional. And his shackles are off. He doesn't have to be polite anymore.
And they're losing people, so somebody's got to step up to hit more home runs.
But I do find it interesting. Again, this might be just Schneider taking some shots about a guy who decided to leave. And I don't know what the relationship was like between Schneider and Bo. I really don't. But the reality is, I don't know anything about Bo Bichette.
Right.
He was here, 10 years?
That's fair. Oh, you knew he's moody.
I could figure that out pretty quick.
Yeah.
And he really used conditioner in his hair. That I knew as well.
He cut it last year. He didn't.
But I also knew he was like one of the better hitters in the American League.
He could lead the American League in hits easily.
Like, I just find the quote, Vladdy's always been the guy here, interesting. When there are years he was not the guy, and there were years Bo was kind of carrying the offense.
Let's say something else though. Vladdy getting that contract last year has to make him step up and be a bit more of a leader as well. Like that has to push
you
him.
would hope.
Right. So I think
You would hope. There are
Schneids is trying to get Vladdy to step up and take that role.
Oh, I don't think he has to push very hard on that. I think Vladdy, based on what we saw in the postseason, is ready and willing to take that mantle. The guy on the field and off, this guy, Vladdy wanted all the smoke, and everyone loved him. Everyone loved. Bo would have never done that.
No.
That's the interesting dichotomy. Bo Bichette, I think, from a hitting standpoint, probably is more talented than Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I think historically, when you look at their seasons, try and get the postseason out of your mind. When you do the collective, Bo has been the better hitter. Maybe not power, but just generally on base, generally contact. He's been more consistent. Like Bo missed a month, and he still almost led the American League in hits last year.
He could do it.
Like
in
think
his
about
sleep.
that for a
It's
second.
crazy.
But I think there was a lot going on behind the scenes as those two kind of matured.
Yeah.
That where it kind of got, after a while you're paired with someone, and then, then at some point you don't have to be paired. Then Vladdy can stand on his own. Then the Bo can stand on his own. Mm-hmm. And I do find it interesting that even though Bo Bichette had some of those seasons, Schneider kind of went down that road. This has always been Vlad's team. I don't know if it's always been Vlad's team. When Marcus Semien was here, it wasn't Vlad's team. That was Simeon's team. One of the most respected guys they had at the time.
But Vladdy was always billed as the future. He was
billed and are two different
things. But the funny thing is he never got that contract until last year. Like that was the funny thing for me is when they were both young, there was more talk about giving Bo that long-term extension before Vlad because people.
I think they tried with Bo numerous times. 100%. I think you're right, and I think there were some sore feelings at an organization. And the second they said to hell with it, Vlad, you want all the money? We'll give you the money we were offering and Bo's, and he took it. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Gus on the chat on YouTube says they asked Bo to take on a leadership role, which never really happened. Like before his home run in Game 7, what was your favorite Bo Bichette moment as a J?
Did you even see him like when he was rehabbing, like all the time on the bench around the guys or with the guys?
During the World Series?
No, in the playoffs. I mean, before that, at the end of the year, after he got hurt.
Yeah.
He wasn't always there.
No, but again, the Jays kind of make up their injury rules as they go, and it is what it is. But I just think Bo Bichette's history with this team is always very interesting to me because the numbers scream to you a very, very, very effective player, not defensively. Anyone who defended his arm at short does not watch the game. You do not watch the game. But offensively, he was what he was, a pretty damn good player, but who occasionally would have to miss a month out of every year because he was hurt. But I just think as a leader, you need a little bit, you need more than that. That's why like hockey fans in Vancouver are losing it right now because they know Pettersson's never going to be this guy.
Right.
And and when you invest in someone, you just don't want the talent. There are other things organizations are looking for outside of that.
Okay. But
if I'm going to pay you this, I need to see some swagger. Mm-hmm. Some.
But he has that. See, to me, he's a very intense guy, obviously. And if he's pulling his weight, he expects everybody else to. And he likes winning, which you can't fault the guy for. So when other guys aren't pulling their weight, I think he used to get frustrated. He used to get mad.
Sorry, we're talking about Bo?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah. They're talking about Vladdy. Sorry.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Bo.
Bo.
Yeah.
Bo was a guy who wants to win. And when things aren't going well, not that he sulks, but he's pulling his weight. He's getting those hits.
Right.
He's leading the American League in hits. Hey, let's not forget, Bo's called out management for not signing guys too.
Yeah.
Right? Like he wants to win. I don't think that's there, but it doesn't mean he's that rah-rah. He's a guy to bring the group together because Bo does his thing and he expects everybody to come up with him, I think.
But
that's how I view Bo.
Bo's also the guy who, like, people forget this quote after Charlie Montoya was fired. Bo was not sad to see him go.
Yep.
And I'm trying to remember the exact quote.
I mean. He's called out management for not signing players for the atmosphere.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Yep. Like all that kind of stuff. Like Bo
has made it known.
Yes. 100%.
And I think he just expects of other people what he puts into the game, which sometimes is fair and sometimes isn't.
I guess what I'm saying is I think what John Schneider is doing now is praising the guy who committed because I think Bo had plenty of chances to commit to the Jays and would not. Vladdy did, who wouldn't for $500 million. But now it's a bargain contract considering what else is out there in Major League Baseball. Schneider's defending his guy. I kind of like it.
100%. He always does.
I kind of like it.
That's where Schneider wins the team over. Post-game, everything. He defends his guys to no end.
For sure. But it's a window into what was going on the last couple of years, I think.
I'll never forget that time in San Francisco when things weren't going well I think it was San Francisco.
It was San Francisco. He was in San Francisco, yeah.
And he was on the bench and somebody asked him about if he would ever play with the Giants, and he made it seem like it was like his prime destination.
Bo Bichette made it feel like the Giants were the Yankees.
Yes.
And it was his dream to...
Because one reporter asked him about it. And it was in a downward spiral. Not a downward spiral, but a down season for the Jays.
Yeah. Talked about the Golden Gate Bridge for like an hour. No, he didn't, but felt like it.
Roberto has a comment here. No, don't think Bo held him back. It's more now he needs to realize it is more clearly his team to continue to rise up. New chapter for Vlad.
Yeah, like it's all good. Like I just think there was always going to be the fascinating part about the Bo Vladdy dynamic. There was always going to be a shift one way or the other. Because signing both guys was never going to happen.
Except we were pitched that they wanted to win forever. I know.
Bunch of malarkey, that is. Malarkey.
But fans can hope on that. The guys, how often do you win with guys who come up through your organization? You want to bank on those guys. It means winning a little bit more.
Oh, it's great. It's a great thing. Don't get me wrong. But like there was never a reality. The longer they played with each other.
There's only so much money. You know?
It just Bo never seemed like a guy who, when I knew it was over? It was early this past season. And the Vladdy dunking of ice for every Hazel May interview at home? Go back and look at the video when he did it to Bo in April of last year. And Bo's reaction.
Well, we also knew Bo wasn't a fan of the home run jacket. He barely wanted to put that on.
Bo wasn't a fan of anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Bo was a miserable SOB who didn't like anything. He hit. He'd get hurt for a month, and you'd never see him do anything fun. Everything.
Hold on.
No. That guy never. He didn't smile once in the last 3 years as a Jay. Not once.
There were many years he played. The last 2 years he was a bit injury prone, but before that he was almost out there every game at shortstop,
man,
which can't be easy.
You
got to give him his credit for playing the last 2 years, and I think he was adjusting to his body. But there were seasons where Bo hardly took days off. He played every day.
But like there's also the month here or there where he would have to sit. No. Like he wasn't the most durable guy. I'm just saying. I don't think he was the most durable guy. All right,
you're coming off recency bias because that's the last 2 years.
Because he missed 2 months and the Jays almost didn't miss him at all. Right. Well, and they almost won a World Series with him.
For that, I have a problem with the way he slid into home that time. Knees up and knees first. I don't know.
Oh, at the Yankee Stadium rain out?
Put him out. Yeah. I don't know what that slide was.
I don't know what that was either. I think it's a good point. Anyway, speaking of Bo, we actually have a good segue into Bo. Because Steve Cohen, the owner of the Mets, the billionaire owner of the Mets, whose team missed the playoffs last year, just for record's sake, got Juan Soto for $760 million. Missed the playoffs. So yesterday at spring training, he's one of the few owners that did a media scrum. Ed Rogers and Tony Staffieri will not be doing media scrums with the Jays. Steve Cohen of the Mets, no problem. I'll talk to you guys. He was leaning up against the bench like he was a manager, just taking questions from Mets media. And Mets media loves it. He's the guy cutting the checks. So someone asked him about what it was like when he found out he lost out on Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers in free agency. So he starts telling the story, and see if you can pick up whose agent called him immediately after they found out the Mets were not signing Kyle Tucker.
Came down and Kyle, literally the body was still warm and we were getting calls from agents. Okay, literally 5 minutes later, I was like, the body's still warm here, okay? So I actually went to bed annoyed, right? It's like, we didn't get him, It was like, and then, but the agent for Bo had called us, right after, and discussion started. You never know how they're going to go, and they move really quickly.
Hello, Mr. Cohen. It's Bo Bichette's representatives. You have money and seem desperate. Would you like to talk to us?
That guy earned his percentage right there.
Best agent
ever.
Who is this guy? It's not Boris.
You know what's funny to me about that?
Who is his agent? I'm going to look this up right now.
But the Mets weren't even second for Kyle Tucker, were they?
Oh, they were second.
Nah, I think the Jays were, man.
The Jays were never. Stop it.
They offered him.
Stop it. Bo Bichette is represented as of January 2026. He just made an agent change.
Wow.
Bo Bichette is represented by Vayner Sports, where their motto is, if you're vain, we can help you. I made that last part.
And it's even better? Wasn't it the Phillies who thought they had Bo signed?
Oh, it was the Phillies that did a lot of legwork on it. Yep. And at the last second,
So the agent went to another team in the division and said, "Hey, he's about to go here. You want to scoop him?
$42 million done.
And
Mets
opt out
got him.
next year. We'll give you $5 million."
If Bo opts out, he gets $5 million. It's the greatest contract I've ever seen an athlete sign.
Amazing. Go sign
It's
another.
crazy.
Here's $5 million. Go sign somewhere else.
Can you imagine going to a new job and saying, if you quit after a year, we'll give you $3 million?
To
Just
go
so,
get
just so
another
you feel good.
You know he's going to get another contract too. So go sign another
Yes.
big contract, and we'll give you $3 million to do it, or $5 million. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a wild story. But like just to hear the owner tell it,
Yeah.
that's some good agenting
100%.
from Bo Bichette's people.
Work the team
Very good
inside
agenting.
the own division. Yeah.
Money. But going back to the conversation, just to tie a bow on it, I liked that quote because there you hear a billionaire who wants to beat the Yankees and win, and the Dodgers now. Dodgers and Yankees are equal footing for the Mets. Wants to beat them both, and he's trying everything he can. In baseball, you also have to make like good decisions with your farm system, and it's a very complicated thing. But Steve Cohen's language is money. So he believes in throwing it at things and it's fixed.
Why not?
We talked about Bo and his traits, and sometimes he gets moody and this and that. As we sit here on February the 17th, the plan still is with Bo Bichette with the Mets to start him at third base to begin the year. Anyone who saw Bichette try and navigate at short, Bichette at every turn tried to rip Vladdy's groin from his body with throws. Forcing Vlad. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Forcing Vladdy to Cirque du Soleil left and right just so an out can be made. The throws were so horrific. So they're moving Bo now to third. Listen.
Are they though? Because Francisco Lindor, he has that bone injury in his hand.
The handmade. Yeah.
hand.
He's gone for like 4 weeks.
So is he really going to play? Who's going to play short?
Maybe to start the year. But listen, if you're going to play a guy at third base,
No,
you need
but
to
did
start
they
the year
know
at
that?
third.
Did they know they're going to need him?
I don't know. The handmade bone thing with Lindor is recently. They had no idea Lindor was going to miss like 4 to 6
Santander recently? Like we just
everything's recently. There's like 3 handmade bone injuries in baseball.
Yeah, there is big ones too.
Baltimore, someone on the Orioles has a handmade bone issue. There was Lindor. There's a few.
Corbin Carroll
of Arizona.
Corbin Carroll.
There's
right?
3 It's like a little bone at the front here. It's annoying as hell. It'll be fine, but like it takes 4 to 6 weeks. My main point on Bo is, and I like the conversation we had about what John Schneider said. He can be a little moody. Kid, you're in New York now. Yeah. I need you to keep your head down and stay positive, because that place will grind you down. And they take they boo Aaron Judge there. They booed Juan Soto, who in the end had a pretty good year with the Mets.
Yeah.
They have no patience for your stuff. They have no patience for the moodiness. They have no patience for the Bo Bichette experience if it's not effective. He is in for a wild ride, and I hope he's ready for it. Now, $42 million in 1 year would make me feel fine. But we've seen Bo operate for a while. A lot of people in this chat have, and you listening. I don't know how this is going to go for Bo Bichette in that market. I really don't. I don't have any ill will because he was always leaving the Jays. The second they signed Vladdy, he was leaving. But boy, is this going to be interesting to watch. New York and Bo Bichette, don't know how that mix is going to run.
Just grows the hair out, gets some more advertisements. It's New York. Come on.
Yeah, I
billboards everywhere.
No, I don't see him doing like an Uncrustables ad in New York. Which made me laugh every time I'd see Springer and Vladdy.
It's awesome.
I hope they do another Uncrustables ad.
They need to.
I really do. The Manoah stuff made me puke by the end. I didn't want to see him in commercials. Vladdy and George, I'm fine with. DJ Dub on the chat. Bo was never satisfied. Boy, it felt like it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I completely agree with that sentiment. I really do. And I don't know what the problem was. Just never happy
Just who he is.
with anything.
Just who he is.
It always, and part of me thinks it always went back to when his dad, Dante Bichette, like was let go by the organization.
Fair enough.
He was a coach. We're going back a while now, but he was let go. And it just kind of felt when that happened.
And then he would bring him in whenever he was slumping to help him out.
Yeah, that was always a weird one to me.
Yeah.
That was always a weird one. So that's our Jays update for this February 17th. I'll tell you what, though. Something happened today in Major League Baseball, and I went, whoa. Do you have the same reaction?
I did. You pointed it out to me, and I was like, whoa.
I was like, so let me ask everyone in the chat and everyone watching and listening here. Do you like baseball? It's fun, right?
Enjoy it this year.
Azo, do you like baseball?
I do. You know that.
I like baseball. It's fun. It's a great sport.
When they're playing and you get to watch them.
It's funny you say that. The current collective bargaining agreement in Major League Baseball runs out in 287 days. December 1st of this year, that deal is done. And I know with these stories, they approach at a glacier's pace, but when they're here, you know, you're DiCaprio on the Titanic deck, and things escalate quickly. And there's a lot of noise about what the owners want to do here, and I got 3 words for you: salary cap. Maybe that's 2 words. But that is the thing, which is funny considering how much money guys like Steve Cohen and the Dodgers have been spending here, which is always the case. But generally, Rob Manfred and the owners want a salary cap, and a hard one, in Major League Baseball. And let's just say this is kind of a sticking point to the players, to the point where Bryce Harper, the Phillies, had a minor shouting match in a clubhouse recently with the commissioner of baseball about this very topic. It happened. So let's just say this is an important year for the MLB Players Association. Very important. And Tony Clark, when he woke up today, was the head of that union. Now, the head of every union in any sport during training camp goes from camp to camp to camp, and they speak to their players. That is normal union head fare. That is part of the job. That's what you have to do. So Tony Clark, as the head of the Players Association, was scheduled to begin his meetings with the players in Arizona today, starting with the Cleveland Guardians. That first meeting with the Guardians got canceled this morning. And people were like, that's weird. Then a report surfaced that the head of the Players Association, Tony Clark, was resigning. He resigned 287 days away from the CBA coming to an end. The Players Association entering a potential nuclear option here from the owners, now have no leader. Now, what happened to Tony Clark? Tony Clark, former MLB player, power hitter. I was a Tony Clark fan. He's been head of the Players Association since 2013. Unions in sports are like a lot of different unions. Some people like leadership, some people don't. It's a common thread. But Tony Clark right now is in a bit of a different situation because he's facing federal charges out of the Eastern District of New York on misappropriation of union funds, allegedly. There's a big trial coming. And I don't know what's going to be unearthed in terms of how money's been used by Tony Clark and the union. But for him to quit now, it's not good. It's not good. And I said to myself, I read this and I'm like, so people had to know about this, right? And I just saw a quote from Marcus Semien, former Toronto Blue Jay, former Texas Ranger, current member of the Mets. And he is part of the union subcommittee. And his quote was, I had no idea this was happening today. That's a guy in the know. Oh my God. The MLB union is a mess. Under Donald, I grew up when Donald Fear ran that union, airtight. They were pretty good. And now, like, this is the equivalent of you're a heavyweight boxer. You got to fight in a month and your trainer left. Kind of a problem. So I don't know how this is going to play out. One of 2 things will happen here, because this looks about as disorganized as I've ever seen. And if you care about watching baseball next season, you need to pay attention to the story. One of 2 things are about to happen. One, the union finds a leader and they just dig in, and we have a lockout starting next year around this time. And we do not have baseball until a salary cap is in. That's one thing. The second thing is the owners are about to clean the players' clock in this negotiation. And there will be a salary cap probably similar to what the NBA's got going on right now with a second apron, which heavily penalizes teams who go near it. That's it. The union are not winning a thing. Not winning a thing. They have no idea what they're doing, which is almost sad for me to see considering how strong that union used to be. Kyle Tucker just got $60 million or some odd from the Mets. He's not going to care. Bo Bichette's not going to care. Juan Soto's not going to care. Ohtani's not going to care. They're already fractured. It's a have and have-nots in the union. You think they're going to get on the same page about this? A leader who's going to play tough? Give me a break. If you're a baseball fan in a way, this was actually a great thing because I think this might get resolved way sooner than we think. The players have no tools in the toolbox right now. They're not organized. I think we might have baseball next season and on time. And I don't care how that comes to fruition, but I'm fine with that. Azzo, agree or disagree?
That might be the most positive thing you've said yet.
Positive Sid.
It's a positive day.
Positive Sid has arrived.
Really?
He's not here for long. He's an in and out kind of guy, make an appearance, then leave. But I'm here for now.
I think the way that teams are throwing around money means they think a lockout's coming.
For sure. This was the lockout free agency year.
Yeah.
Where in no other world, Bo Bichette gets $42 million for 1 year. In no other world, Kyle Tucker gets $60 million for 1 year. And I applaud the Jays for actually holding for. I know there's people in the chat that don't want to hear this.
No.
I do think the Jays, Cody Bellinger aside, did the right thing this offseason. I wanted Bellinger as a Jay.
So did I.
I like Cody Bellinger
get into
a lot.
This. We're not going to have time today, but I started panicking about the Jays a little bit last night.
Get into it. What's wrong?
No.
Why are you panicking?
We can't. We're at an hour and 30.
Okay.
Friday before the first spring training game.
Save it for Friday.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't think it's going to change by then.
Azzo's panicking. About what? We'll find out Friday.
Not panicking, but worrying about the Jays this year.
All right. I'm not as worried as most people.
And I'm rocking my Jays gear today, but yeah.
All right. So
it's called a tease.
Anything else on the Jays or a pending strike or lockout in Major League Baseball?
And it also makes me wonder what's up with Tony Clark, like personally, where this investigation is going.
What's coming out in disclosure about where some money was allegedly.
Facing.
Oh man, for him to quit like this is crazy.
Right.
The timing is crazy.
Like you said, not only Marcus Semien, like he had meetings scheduled for this morning and just.
I bet you they got pictures of him on some yacht he bought with pure union funds, allegedly. Like some of the stuff that's going to come out in his lifestyle are outrageous.
I could see
just outrageous. Like it's going to be crazy.
It's crazy because he had to be making good money. Like
it's fascinating.
Greedy.
We'll keep you up to date on this because if you're a baseball fan, you need to know about this story. If you like watching baseball, you need to know about this story. All right. I want to do one more thing, and then we'll take a few of your comments here on the chat on YouTube and X, and then we'll call it a day.
A lot of weather comments.
Brad Jacobs up 2-0 on Great Britain.
Let's go.
Canada's going to win gold in both men's and women's curling, and everyone's going to eat it with a knife and fork.
Amazing.
I'm telling you. This is the talk of the world. Brad Jacobs ranked Rachel Homan. This is the controversy of the games.
And where are the gold medals throughout the Canadian tour? Scotties. Or whatever.
No, just you never take the gold medals off.
Yes, exactly.
All right, last thing. So most people on this chat and listening to this pod are aware who Stephen A. Smith is. For those of you who don't know who Stephen A. Smith is, Stephen A. Smith began as a basketball writer in the city of Philadelphia. And based on some conversations I've had with people who grew up in Philadelphia and know that city very well, Stephen A. Smith as a writer could kind of come into the gym, do his job, and be like the quietest guy in the building. You wouldn't even notice him. Just a professional doing his thing. There was no evidence that he would turn into the media monster that he's become. On ESPN, he's become the voice. And he recently signed a contract anywhere from $100 to $120 million with ESPN over 5 years to continue doing his show First Take at 10 a.m. Eastern every day. And on top of that, he signed a deal with Mad Dog Radio in the States on Sirius, where he does an hour of sports and then an hour of political talk
and shows up everywhere else on The View.
He just works constantly.
Everywhere. Maybe the only guy who works more than Tony Marinaro in Montreal.
It's Stephen A. and then Tony,
right,
and then the rest of us.
100%.
So clearly, what's happening here is like Stephen A. has done the sports thing and he's won. There's a lot of pretty good hot take people in the States, but he was the originator. Skip Bayless fell off a cliff a long time ago.
But again, when you're doing so much content, like you have to spit stuff out.
You do. You do.
Can you imagine if you were doing like 6 hours a day, the stuff
I
you would
can't.
say?
I
know,
cannot.
But because you give yourself to it. Those guys just. Man.
I can't. But Stephen A. has like become a monster in media in the States. And now he's more than dipped his toe politically. But he's been on Fox News, he's been on CNN, he does an hour political radio. And from what you hear, like people in Washington are paying attention a little bit to what he's saying. Now, Stephen A. Smith has joked in the past, I can run for president. And everyone's like, ha ha ha, you're so funny, Stephen A. S.A., you're funny. Talk about LeBron, please. Talk about the Cowboys. And he's like, no, I think I have the vernacular and the charisma to run for president. They're like, you're dumb. Come on, man. Then this weekend happened. And I think there's a lot of people in the States saying to themselves, like, why not? Stephen A. sat down with Robert Costa from CBS News. And Robert Costa is a good news person. He's a very good news person. And Stephen A. basically said he is contemplating a run for the Democratic nomination in the 2028 presidential election, if there is one. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And by the end of this 30-second clip, I'm like, he might get votes. Listen to this.
Democrat? Yeah, because I couldn't see myself running as a member of the GOP. I'm a fiscal conservative. I can't stand high taxes, but I'm a social liberal. In the same breath, because I believe in living and let live. I pay attention to the desolate and the disenfranchised. Yes, I like strong borders. That's absolutely true. We never needed open borders, but we don't need it to be completely closed either. We're a gorgeous mosaic.
Sounds like you're getting a stump speech ready, Stephen.
No, there's no stump speech, but I can give it.
I don't doubt for a second he could give a stump speech. Azzo, the more I want to keep this on just like Stephen A.'s skill set.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of politicians down through the years, and there's a difference between an intelligent politician and a politician who knows how to speak to people. There's a big difference. The best politicians do both. Stephen A. Smith knows how to speak to people. And the more politically driven media he's involved in, it's giving him more space to kind of roam. So what percentage do you put at Stephen A. Smith potentially winning a Democratic nomination and being the nominee?
But this is becoming the way of the world now, right? Like we're always hearing about the next celebrity to run for office. It's The Rock. It's Oprah. It's Mark Cuban even.
A lot of names get thrown around.
But people who are good with the media and the press.
And the current president used celebrity to become president. 100%.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean. That's 100%. What set it off.
In the States, it's different.
Steph Curry, I've heard the name thrown around for some of the work he's doing and the way he talks to people.
Like it's
just the way of the world now, isn't it?
This is the most serious I've ever taken this talk with Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. I mean,
because would
you have thought the current president would have got there?
I wouldn't have thought a lot of things.
Right, exactly.
But
so, I'm going to leave it at that.
Anyone who thinks this guy's not serious
he'll consider
needs to be very careful. Now, the thing that stops him is, especially in the American political environment, boy, do you need some backing financially. Yeah. Serious. Even just for the primaries, Democrats, Republicans, even just for that, you need some serious spread. And he's going to need a few. But on communication skills, he is a smart guy. He's a driven guy.
Yeah.
I'm laughing as I'm saying this.
And these parties can't seem to find anybody else to head them, so why not?
I just can't, because again, Robert Costa of CBS News does not suffer fools. He's not going to waste his time with people.
And he was into it. He saw it for what it was.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Stephen A is serious.
Yeah.
I think he's very serious about this. Don't count him out. Don't do it.
No. And if the funding comes, then for sure, I think he would do it. I think that's why he's floating it out there and seeing what happens. Why not? Everybody pointing out Jesse Ventura in Minnesota.
Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Yeah.
Good point on the chat. I forgot about that. Ronald Reagan, 2-term president.
Yeah, Arnold in California.
This is worth keeping an eye on, too.
Yeah.
There's 2 stories today I'm keeping an eye on. Baseball labor discussions. Stephen A. Smith,
Talking about Vladdy odds? What are
president.
the odds for the next president or who it could be, the next celebrity?
Oh, his odds went like that. The odds went up on Stephen A. after that CBS News interview over the weekend.
I imagine.
100%.
I believe it 100%.
Okay. We're nearly wrapped up here. You got some comments, Azzo, you want to throw up?
Yeah, let me get to them. Let's play one more. You know what? While I sort them, let's do one more NHL pronunciation.
Oh,
let's do one.
Once again,
I sort through some comments.
These are the pronunciations available on the official IOC website for all athletes of the games.
All of them.
We found athletes saying their own names, and most of the time in their own vernacular, in their own nation's vernacular, and it's kind of
pretty good,
amazing.
Yep.
So here we go.
Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid.
We didn't need that one.
Mika Zibanejad. Mika Zibanejad.
That was cool.
Jake Ottinger.
And I don't need either. I got it.
Ottinger.
Nino Niederreiter.
There you go.
Nino Niederreiter.
Moritz Seider.
I love that.
Oh, it's like a Z, like cider.
Capo Cacco.
Brad Marchand.
He only did it once.
Marchand. Jack Hughes.
Like really, I need Jack Hughes? Really?
Just in case.
Artur Šilovs. Artur Šilovs.
Rickard Rakell.
Rickard Rakell? Oh, that one I had. I didn't need help with that.
Rakell. Eetu Luostarinen. Eetu Luostarinen.
More of a dismount on that one.
Lukáš Dostal. Lukáš Dostal. Pavol Regenda. Pavol Regenda.
The slowdown is
Nick
about.
Suzuki. Nick Suzuki.
Some of these names are not needed
I
for
know,
president.
but-
Olli Määttä.
Elias Pettersson. Elias Pettersson.
The slow down second one is everything.
JJ Piteka. J. J. Piteka.
Slow down the J and the J.
Frederik Andersen. Frederik Andersen.
Barely.
Jacob Slavin. Jacob Slavin.
Frederick Anderson, when he said that, he pulled
Tomáš Hertl. Tomáš Hertl.
Oh,
That's
man.
funny.
Yeah, the
That's
slow down
funny.
version. That's
I
why
like
I
that a
wonder
lot.
what they told them to do. Like, obviously, different people were saying different things to them when they were recording it.
Jack
It's so good.
Hughes. Jack Hughes. That's ridiculous. That's so not needed.
That's the guy who needed it
Come
once.
on, man.
Only Mata said it once and I'm done. I'm not saying it again. Anyways.
But Jack Hughes was like, explain to me again. What do I have to do? Say your name. Kid.
Just
Just say your name and shut up.
I thought that actually, I played the wrong one because there's one where there's so much noise in the background. It's so funny.
Oh, they were in a heavy mix zone there.
Yeah,
Something was
it's
going
hilarious.
on.
Like they just get a mic on. So in terms of our Stephen A. Smith,
yes,
Stealthy Sammy says, but can SAS do a show in French?
Nope.
No, he
The
cannot.
one and only Tony Marinaro can only
That's
do
right.
a Habs show in French and English.
Yeah.
Shout out Tony Marinaro.
Okay, there's some. I mean, where do we want to go here? We want to go back to our Jays talk.
Let's
There's
do the
stuff
whole
around
thing.
there.
Everything
Yeah.
we talked about. Okay.
If you win the American League, you put the banner. If you win the World Series, you put the banner. Enough said. Move on. There you go.
Yeah, I like that. Just don't celebrate the American League one.
Right.
I don't need fireworks around the American League
Mm-hmm.
one. Let's just move on, sing the Canadian anthem, bring out the flag, first pitch.
I love this one. Jays revenge season. So go for it all the way.
It's going to be tough. It's
going to be very tough. That's what I want to get into.
When you
We're going to
lose-
get into it on Friday.
when you lose Game 7 of the World Series, there's nowhere to go but down, really. Like everyone knows that, right?
Wow.
Like I'm
Unless
not
you get back there.
unless you get back there. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have some comments on the gold medal game. You never know. So hopefully Canada can show up.
Mhm.
What else? Let's go back to the weather ones because the weather ones were making me smile. I got told to toughen up a lot.
On 15 centimeters.
15 centimeters.
15 centimeters of snow is nothing in Southern Ontario right now. It's a
Like-
joke.
So here's one. The Fiend agrees with you. That's nothing.
Yes, thank you, the Fiend. Appreciate it.
God almighty, more snow. It has been quite the.
You know what's crazy is the mounds are just melting right now.
Yes.
Like I'm just being able to see cars come down the street right now.
I know.
And it's a good feeling.
Like Mike V tells me, toughen up. Okay, Mike. Okay.
Should get that on a t-shirt. Toughen up. That's a party.
More snow than Northern Ontario. That's cute. He's in Sudbury. That's from Jamie. Jamie Landry on Sudbury. I'm sure they get.
Sudbury wants to fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Eh? We got a lot, man.
Like the Fiend again. We are Canadian. 15 centimeters here is a regular Wednesday.
Yes.
And it's true.
Yes. 15 centimeters.
If I have to go out and shovel, it's a lot.
You might as well open your pool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There we go. Keith Mack, all the Maritimers laughing at you at 15 centimeters.
And they should.
That's fair.
I'll take that. From Maritimers, from certain parts of the country, certain parts of Alberta, Maritimes, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
So I love getting that from around the country and the snow we're facing. There's people who think Canada has no chance for tomorrow. M Gates. Okay. Or sorry, Thursday.
Thursday is the women's game. Yes. Tomorrow,
I'm ready for the game.
Canada's going to destroy Czechia tomorrow.
Yeah.
Destroy.
You've seen it already. Yeah.
We got the goat and Poulin. I got a couple more here. I was only wrapping up.
Yeah. We're getting, so somebody says we're getting 15 centimeters snow after 6 hours of freezing rain.
Well, that's in parts of Western Ontario, I think. That's around Kitchener. Well, that's not Western, but
here's a question.
It's west of us.
From Broken Bats again. Hey, Sid, are we getting a hog's worth of snow tomorrow?
Hog line's worth of snow.
Hog line, sorry.
You know what we're getting? 2 gold medals in curling in these games.
Let's go.
That's what we're getting.
Yeah.
Man, you want a revenge tour? Jacobs Holman. That's a revenge tour.
So.
All right. I think the chat was on fire tonight.
It was rolling. Hey, man.
It was rolling like Limp Bizkit.
I know. That's why it's hard to sort back through these. Like, keep them coming. We'll try and get them in.
It's actually a pretty good sign for this show right now that we're having trouble keeping up.
Yeah. So here's one about the Canadian women's team. Actually, I wanted to get to.
Last one.
Frustrated. Leafs fan. Frustrated
Leafs fans.
That's a great handle.
That's a great handle. Solid handle.
Yeah, solid handle. With the lack of speed, you absolutely need structure and team buy-in if you stand a chance. And I'd have to agree.
Well,
because they are lacking in speed.
Hopefully they can get it.
Yeah. Hopefully you get some buy-in from them, and with your captain there leading the way.
I think the final. That's a good final thought, because I think what you kind of leaned this way earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The preliminary round game may prove very significant for Canada, and grabbing some lessons from that could be the most important part of the tournament for our nation. We'll see how it plays out Thursday. Again, we're going to wrap up the pod around 1 p.m. Eastern that day, so we can all kind of watch it.
Tomorrow we'll be live during the game.
Oh, we'll be in the middle of it.
Oh,
Tom Wilson.
Will it be over already by the time we come
tomorrow.
there?
Yeah, Canada will be up like 3-0 by the time we go up tomorrow at noon.
Marchand back in.
It's
interesting to know who's coming out.
Celebrini.
It's not McKinnon.
Goals tomorrow from Horvat, Celebrini, and Celebrini by the time we go up.
Those are your
on
guys, huh?
3-0. By the time we're up. Okay. That's by noon Eastern.
All right.
That's what I think.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. On the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media.
Boom.
Good job, Azo. Appreciate you, man. To everyone in the chat, we appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day, and let's see what tomorrow brings. You've been watching the Sid Seixeiro Show and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Talk to you soon. Take care.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.